Hello and welcome along. If you didn't know already, my name's Nigel Rapone and I'm the founder of E times 2. And the reason why I'm telling you that is basically in connection with the topic on this vlog today, which is that I believe all employees have the potential to be great, and if not great, better than they currently are. All employees have the potential to do good things for your company. Okay, that's the reason why I introduced myself there. In that, it's really to make that connection as to why I created E times 2 in the first place. It's because that is one of the founding principles behind E times 2. That all employees have the potential to be greater than they are now. They have untapped talent, they have untapped potential, they have got hopes and dreams and ambitions that can lead them to do good and great things for your company. And that's why I created E times 2, was to give employers and employees a path to achieve that. So why do I believe that? I believe it because it's based on the experience that I've had. I know I'm a youthful looking guy. You wouldn't think that I've been doing on the boards of learning and development and training and consultancy for now on 25 years. The white beard doesn't mean anything. But I've been training and coaching for that length of time. I've been working with people that length of time, and I always find that most people have the answer and the solution to the problems that face them inside themselves, and sometimes they need very little to help them unlock that. And that's why E times 2 came about, is to help people unlock that, help employers create the conditions to unlock it, help employees get the tools and techniques and belief to open that lock themselves. So, why wouldn't you believe that all employees have the potential to be great? Because, after all, at one point you or one of your representatives interviewed these people and they impressed you sufficiently that you offered them a job, that you recruited them, you hired them, you give them money to come be in your company. So there's potential there that you saw, and they come into your company and they were bright eyed and full of ambition, full of dreams. This was a bright new chapter in their career, and they were going to do great things here. They were looking forward to this with relish. That passion and motivation is still in there. It's still there. That's that. It might be quietened down a wee bit. It might be dampened. It might feel frustrated and held back, but it's still there. And sometimes it's just hard for us to see it. Sometimes we lose sight of the person we recruited to the person they are now, and we focus maybe our efforts in the wrong place because we're trying to get more out of this person. And really, what we need to look at is how we're working with them. Okay, what do they need from their job? So when you think of all that passion that they came into your company with, and I'm saying it's still there, so what's happened to it? Where is it? Where's it hiding? And yet, how often do employees in your company or your team get the opportunity to really express themselves, to really show that passion, to get their teeth into a project, to do something that excites them? And for most employees, that's a rare thing. And when we ask companies about this, how do you do that? Well, sometimes that's down to the employee too. We need to look at what each person wants, okay, and how they can go about getting it for themselves as well. So it's not just about putting the pressure onto management to create projects. It's about empowering people to find projects, to find ways of making their job better, to find ways of doing things quicker, faster, more efficiently, more effectively, to a higher standard, more quality, reduce errors, all that type of stuff, to empower people to search those things out, to be really good at what they do, and to be the best employee they can be. That is a two-way street. It's not just down to a company, it's not just down to a set of management. So really what we need to think about here, both of you and me can think back to a time, when you think back to a time when you've lost your passion or something that was important to you, or you lost your way with it, how did you get it back? Did you just do it by yourself? Some of you will have, but many won't. Many will have been spurred back by the belief and by the attention and by the nurturing of someone close to us who believed in us and who encouraged us to keep searching, to keep looking, to keep getting back on track. How would your employees feel if somebody believed in them to make their lot better at work, to take positive action to improve how they work, to do things quicker, better, more efficiently, as I said earlier? If they could feel that belief, would it help? The answer is yes. It's a definite positive, requiring very little on your side. And how do I know that? I know that because this is a benefit that we often see through clients that use our employee engagement platform. Because we open up conversations right across the whole organisation, and that platform facilitates any level of employee coming in and commenting and opening up discussions with each other in relation to set topics that need solved, problems and issues and business decisions that need made. We see it all the time where ground level staff are all of a sudden having a conversation and recognition from somebody at a more senior level that they never see, maybe not even in the same part of the country. And all of a sudden they're having conversation online. They're discussing this particular business issue. The senior manager, the director, chief executive is interested in what the person has to say in their viewpoint, and we see the boost. We see that person all of a sudden thinking that senior person believes in me. That senior person was interested in what I have to say. And that's something we see a lot. And this gives employees the chance to shine, gives them the chance to get recognised, gives them a chance to get their opinion heard. Whether that opinion ever translates into action, it's not really that important. The fact is that they had that conversation, they had that validation and recognition from somebody senior in the organisation. So it's a very, very powerful thing. So could your employees do with a bit of that? And it's an easy thing to do. Okay? So really the question I'm going to leave you with is, how are you going to promote belief in your employees? How are you going to get managers in your company to believe in the people in their team, to show that belief, to allow the employees to feel that belief? Or how are you going to do it in your direct team? It's a question worth thinking about, and it's a question worth answering, because if you believe in them, you'll get it back in bucket loads. Okay? Thank you very much.